Daai is ons spesiale hoeke. Those 3 angles are my special angles. And then we sometimes forget about them, but 0 and 90 degrees as well. But don't worry about that now. Okay, so hierdie spesiale hoeke is hoeke wat jy moet ken. Now, grade 11. Okay, you can calculate them on your sakrekenaar, your calculator. But there's a little trick to it because you are actually supposed to study the triangles. I'm going to draw you the special angle triangles now, and you're actually supposed to know them off by heart. Or use your calculator. Okay. Daar's net 'n spesiale manier om een of twee van jou antwoorde te skryf sodat nie ek of enigiemand wat jou werk sal merk sal weet dat jy eintlik net jou sakrekenaar gebruik het. Okay. So I'm going to show you the kosher method first wat ons van 'n driehoekie aflees en dan gaan ek vir julle wys dat jou sakrekenaar vir jou al daai antwoorde gee. Hy gee dit net vir jou met rasionale noemers. Your computer, no, your calculator is programmed to give you all answers with a rational denominator. Okay? Onthou jy ons het rationalisering van die noemer gedoen? We did that in the first term. So your calculator is programmed to give a fraction as a fraction with a rational denominator. So as jy net daai gaan leer, jy moenie skryf wortel 2 op 2 nie, jy moet skryf 1 op wortel 2. That's one of those. Then you can always use your calculator instead of studying all of them. Because you need to know the sine, the cos and the tan for 30, 45 and 60. So jy moet al 9 van hulle ken of jy kan net jou sakrekenaar weer gebruik. Okay. So, the triangles, if you are doing this in the kosher method, we have 2 different triangles. The one for the 45 degrees is gelykbenige driehoek. Thank you. I was about to say obtuse, and then I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't find the correct word. Okay, so as die gelykbenige driehoek is en daai hoek is 90 grade, wat weet ons van hierdie hoek en daai hoek? Albei van hulle moet ewe groot wees, né? So both of them has to be 45 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to do the triangle for the 45 degrees first. And then someone decided, let's put a 1 there and a 1 there. Hulle altyd moet mos nou ewe lank wees, so kom ons gee vir hulle 'n eenheid van 1. And then how can I calculate the né? Die skynsy, ja? Daai ene. Hoe gaan ek hom uitwerk? Pythagoras. And now you can work from either of the 2 angles. So I'm going to work from this one. And you read off. What is the sine of 45? Read off. 1 over root 2. What is the cos of 45? One over root 2. What is the tan of 45? 1. Eh? Do you see that? 1 over 1. Okay. Now let's quickly get our calculators. Type into your calculator sine of 45 degrees. So julle sakrekenaars dit? Okay. That's one of those that you can study. Those 2 things are equal to one another. 1 op wortel 2 is dieselfde as wortel 2 op 2. Sien julle het hom net gerationaliseer. Do you guys remember rationalizing the denominator? You say times by 1, né? So do you see when I do that, I get root 2 over 2. That's what they did here. Okay? So if you write this in a test or an exam, I know you used this. Okay? Maar as jy hom intik en jy sien dit en jy leer net, wanneer jy dit sien, moet jy nie dit neerskryf, jy moet neerskryf wat? 1 op wortel 2. Then you're good to go. Then you can still use your calculator. To this day, I don't know the triangles. Ek's dood ernstig. I never studied the triangles because I don't like studying. Maar moenie dit sê vir enige iemand nie. Okay, the other triangle has a 90-degree angle, and then it has a 60 and a 30. So ons gaan hulle twee sommer nou gelyk doen. Okay, and this one was actually drawn, don't draw this now, it was actually drawn from, Asamatli, you're going to have to help me again. What do you call it when all of them are the same length? Yeah, all of the sides the same length. Okay, daai ding, né? Gelyksydige driehoek. Okay? This was actually drawn from a lateral triangle with 60-degree angles, and then they just removed half of it. Okay, but you guys don't need to know that. Maar wat jy moet weet is dat die 1 kom hier, die 2 kom daar en die wortel 3 kom daar. And that's why I would always use my calculator for these, because if you swap the 1 and the root 3 around, all of your answers are going to be wrong. Okay, goed. Nou werk ons van die 30 af. Kom ons doen eers die 30. So sin van 30 sien julle is 1 op 2. En as jy hom intik op jou sakrekenaar, gee hy hom vir jou presies so. Cos van 30 is wortel 3 op 2. And if you type it into your calculator, it's going to give you exactly that. But then this one is one that we have to be on the lookout for again. Tan of 30. If you type that into your calculator will say root 3 over 3. Dink dit? Ja. Presies dieselfde ding, maar sien julle hy's net gerasionaliseer. Now let's do 60. I just want to show you guys the link between cos of 30, no, I'm sorry, sine of 30 and cos of 60. Sien julle dis dieselfde, né? Wat hulle is wat van mekaar? Cofuncties. Do you see? Because 30 plus 60 gives you 90. So those two are cofunctions. And do you see exactly the same for sine of 60, cos of 30? You see? Because 30 and 60 gives you 90. Okay, so you guys are old enough to make your own decisions. I'll tell you what I recommend. I recommend that you study those two in orange. Nee? Dat jy daai twee gaan leer. Dat jy weet die sin en die cos van 45 grade skryf jy as 1 op wortel 2 en dat die tan van 30 grade skryf jy as 1 op wortel 3. So those two are the same. So if you remember with 45 degrees, you have to study those two. They're exactly the same. And you remember the tan of 30 degrees. Then the rest of them, calculator. This is my understanding. Or you can go and study the triangles. But then every time that you are doing a sum, you will have to draw the triangles. Nee? Wat jy mag doen. Of jy kan al 9 uit jou kop uit gaan leer, which is very stupid. Don't do that. Okay. Goed. Maar soos ek sê, jy is oud genoeg om jou eie besluite te neem. Confession session, I have never ever known the triangles? I don't know the triangles. Don't ask me. Ek gebruik my selfrekenaar. Maklik. Okay. Goed. So, let's apply these. I'm on exercise 13, page 153.